Hey, Cinemark fans, Dave Rispoli here with the cast and director from that unconventional friendship that you didn't know you needed, the film Brian and Charles. I want to hear from you both, but we'll start with David. I know this started off as a live show, transitioned to a short film, and then a feature. Walk us through kind of the first iteration for these two characters.
I've been performing as Brian on the stand-up circuit, and he was a lot more adult, just to survive really in front of all the hecklers and the drunk men usually. And then I did an internet radio show where members of the public would ring in, and Brian was like the world's worst phone-in host. And but one night Rupert, the producer of Brian and Charles, Skyped in and used this, instead of talking, he used this software, and one of the voices he used was Charles, and it just really made me laugh. And so we developed this relationship, chatting to one another over Skype. And Chris was listening and seemed to enjoy it and wanted to bring it to life and build Charles.
Yeah, so we ended up performing these live gigs for a couple of years where I'd be dressed as Charles, David would be Brian, and Rupert would be controlling the voice at the back of the comedy club. So yeah, we did that for quite a while, and it was really good fun. We had a really good time with it, even though a lot of the times the audiences would just be staring at us, just baffled, wondering what we were doing. And then we ended up making a short film really for fun, and we wanted to make something with them, but we really didn't think it was going to go anywhere. But then we were just really surprised when Film 4 got in touch with us and wanted to develop it into a feature.
Why are you wearing that?
I feel pretty cool, man.
Imagine.
I want to go on an adventure. Everything is lovely.
It's not all lovely. Stay down, boy.
There's a big old world out there. A big, perilous world.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
What was that?
It's okay.
Perilous. So
Just
very
birds.
perilous.
Jim, this was such a uniquely heartwarming story. What did you first think of when you read the script?
When I first read it, I read the short film script because we made the short film together. So I was aware of the characters as their live act, but I think the first thing that I thought was just how kind of emotionally resonant it was, because I knew it as this sort of silly kind of fun live act with a silly robot, and it's kind of anarchic and chaotic. But then when I read the script, I was like, oh, there's a lot of heart here. This is not kind of what I was expecting, and that's what really drew me to it. I was like, wow, we can do something kind of different with these characters, and make a film that is kind of fun, but also sort of hard hitting as well.
And for you, David, I mean, you're used to it from the live show, but was it difficult to interact with something that's not exactly you're not able to hear as well, maybe as if like it was the live show with the voiceover, or did you just kind of riff off of him?
We did a 4-week shoot, and probably the middle 2 weeks it was just me and Charles in the cottage really. So I was just acting with this plastic head for like 10-12 hour days. But I just I really like the awkwardness of it, and it just feels pretty easy, and a lot of the time I'm trying not to laugh, and it just feels ridiculous and a stupid job, and yeah, it's just a joy, really. Yeah.
I think there was always something like new to do and interesting, and even Charles's different costumes, you can't really get bored of him, because I think the first time I saw him in his pajamas, I saw our costume department putting these massive pajamas on him. Yeah, it just really made me laugh. So there was always something to keep you amused.
Certainly, as the audience, I can attest to that. We were amused the entire time.
Oh, great.
But it really kind of this like interesting friendship emerges. It's extremely heartwarming. It kind of takes you by surprise as an audience member. David, what do you derive as the message of the film?
I guess the main thread of it is like father and son, or parent and child, and that evolution of Charles we popped in a bit later on in the process. And I was my eldest boy was about 15-14 at the time, and I was going through that with him, and so there were certain scenes in the movie that are directly taken from my life, just that agony of having to let them go and into the world, and them not really want to be wanting to be by your side anymore. And so we're hoping that's sort of given it the truth.
We started off just wanting to make something really funny and entertaining. We didn't really think too much more than that. But obviously, if you're dealing with a friendship, it's going to have a theme of friendship. And I think now when I look back and I go, I just think it now means, friendships are just important, and you just got to keep them.
Does that mean me as well in your life?
Yeah, mate, I think so.
Yeah. Well, some friendships.
Yeah, some friendships are worth keeping.
Others not so much.
Folks, do not miss your chance to see Brian and Charles, which is sure to warm your heart. Get your tickets at Cinemark.com.
I am your friend, Brian.
I'm your friend too.
I want to go to Honolulu.
Charles, what are you wearing?
It's my Hawaiian hula skirt.